So this is your July Tackle Club Barra and Jacks box. Right, we have included a lot this time around, including some lip balm for those dry days, some Sax lip balm here in bloodworm scent. No, don't go putting this on your lips. So let's start off with the Sax scent. This is not made for your lips. It is indeed made for the soft plastics we've included in this month's box. This is a great way to add a little bit of extra smell and scent, etc., whatever word you want to use. This is a great way to add a little bit more to the plastics you're throwing for the species you're chasing. So let's start off with the plastics then, shall we? We've got 3 different options here for you this month. We've got the Lunker City Big Paddle Tails. They're in a 5-inch. Then you've got Pro Lates Hollow Bait in a 6-inch, so a little bit bigger. And then we've got the Power Bait Giant Ripple in a 16 centimeter. 3 different paddle tail options there, 3 different sizes to cover 3 different things. We are mainly looking at the Barra for your bigger ones, but don't be afraid, Jacks will hit them too. And then your Lunker City ones in your smaller 5-inch are going to be for your Jacks, but still for Barra as well. We have included jig heads this month as well, being the Snake Locks 3/8 50 jig heads. They're mainly going to be better suited to the Lunker City plastics. Now, all being big paddle tails, but there is different ways to work them. Now, the Lunker City ones you can see do have a thinner tail on them, but still have a massive paddle tail. So that means these ones I'm probably going to work a little bit faster. Ones with a thicker base behind the paddle tail, I'm going to work these a little bit slower because that's actually going to create more of a body roll with the plastic itself rather than just an erratic tail action. So if you're wanting to speed fish a little bit or go for Jacks and get that, you know, instinct bite, then I'll be going with the Lunker City and essentially speeding up my retrieve rate. Now, if you want to slow it down, you might be fishing some laydowns or some heavier structure. That's when you're going to opt for either the Pro Lates Hollow Swim Bait or the Giant Ripple Power Bait. The Giant Ripple is probably going to be the big Barra lure this month in this month's box, or another one that we'll cover in a sec. But yeah, the Power Bait one, I'm probably going to go a big jig head on this and use it for deeper water. Now, if you're fishing weedy edges or holes in the weed flats, that's when I'm going to jump back to the Lunker City or even the Pro Lates hollow. Because the Pro Lates is a hollow one, it does have air through the middle, which means it will have a slower sink, which can be great for covering the flats or covering structure, covering your weed tops that, you know, aren't growing to the top, but is a weed over the flats, so you can get this plastic swimming over top of the weed without snagging up. Now, I've included a hard body in the Rapala SXR2. So this is just a Rapala X-Wrap. This is a shallow to medium diver slash bait in a minnow style. So everyone knows that with a minnow style, I like to get really twitchy with these, especially straight after the lure hits the water. Once it hits the water, pause it for a few seconds and then just go rip, 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 rip it down really quick with two or three rips, and then let it pause for a few seconds. Then after that, twitch, twitch, twitch again, pause. And you can just do that the whole way back to your boat or kayak or bank, wherever you're fishing. You can also fish these on a slow roll. Now, if you are fishing in timber, you might want to do this so you can sort of get a feel for where some of the structure is down under without ripping it and snagging it into a branch. So the way I'll do this, I'll cast it out once it hits the water. I'll just give it 2 quick twitches just to get it diving and swimming, but you don't want to go too deep where you're ripping it straight into a submerged branch. So just 2 rips just to get it swimming, and then just a slow roll straight after that until you get back to the boat or kayak or bank. Easy way to fish it. That's the X-Wrap 12. Last but not least, we have the Samaki Vibalicious. Now, these are a great all-rounder because they can cover all sorts of depths in the water column, being a sinking lure. I like to fish these either vertically or on the long cast. If you're going to fish these on the long cast it out, let it sink down, and then you do 3, 4, 5 slow rolls just to get it coming up off the bottom. Pause, let it sink back down again, let it sit. then go into 3, 4, 5, slow winds again, pause, and just continue that over and over again. Now, if you do start to pick a few fish out of a school and they start to get fired up, a great thing to actually do is start working this a bit faster. So long cast back out, let it sink to the bottom, 3, 4, 5 slow winds, pause, let it sink back down, and then actually do a quick rip off the bottom into a slow roll, because this will just kick up a whole bunch of mud or soot or whatever's on the bottom, and often can just get the barra just fighting over this little bait, because it's an opportunity thing. They want to get to it before it gets away. And that's it for the Barra and Jacks box this month. If you want to check out this box or any of the others in the range, just head to www.tackleclub.com.au, pick a box that's right for you, and welcome to the club. Get off my roof. And now there's kookaburras too. That was a very crappy kookaburra sound. Alright, so I'll just record this again.